and says, oh, I've learned a lesson and I'm so sorry and it will never happen again. How can we know if that's really true?
Well, in this particular case, this young gentleman, Campbell, he's had a horrific injury himself. He has a colostomy bag. So not only does he psychologically now, will be able to show great remorse, he has a reminder attached to him potentially for the rest of his life. So he's had a life-altering event, not just by the fact that something horrific happened, but it's definitively staying with him. And his body is ever changed, as is his mind.
Yeah. You just have to think, how can we prevent these kinds of crimes? How can we prevent these kinds of tragedies? She's about to witness the death of her fellow officer, Officer Davis. Let me bring Joanna Greenwald back in. You've been such a fiery advocate for the defense today. We love it. Let's talk about breathalyzer tests. We're going to have a guest on in just a couple of minutes to talk about people who voluntarily put breathalyzers in their car, which I think is a very interesting approach. But when the police give somebody a breathalyzer, we just assume that those tests are correct and accurate. Somebody gets breathalyzed at the scene, they blow a .08, they blow a 1 or a 1.5. We assume it's accurate, but the defense actually has a lot of arguments to make in drunk driving cases about those tests, don't they?
Yes, I think maybe that's the royal we assume that they're accurate.
Right.
We do not assume they're accurate at all. With cases such as that, especially in New York, you always ask the prosecution, the DA's office, we want calibration, we want to know that in fact that this machine has been tested and is in working order. So no, we do not believe that they're always working correctly.
Joanna, I think it was Mark Twain who said the only people who should say we are royalty and people with tapeworms. I meant we.
I hope I don't have tapeworms. And I'm not royalty.
I don't think I have tapeworms. Definitely not royalty.
I'm called a princess.
There you go. So, but I think that the average public, we think, well, it's a scientific instrument,
right? And
it measures your breath and it measures the alcohol in your blood, open and shut. But there's also issues of people's blood alcohol rising or falling over time and dependent upon the food they have eaten that night.
And their body mass.
Right.
Their body mass, their metabolism. This is really, there's so much science behind all of this. It's not just the fact that you can blow a certain amount. There's so much that goes to it forensically, such as your metabolism, your age, your weight, what you ate that day, your sex. There's just what medications you might be on. And I'm very interested to know is that the officer who we've just heard was taking 2 different medications, was he given a test as well to see if there was anything else in his system?